It's the last TBR of the year. One more time. Hi, my name is Jeanette, and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel Jane Reads. So, we are playing TBR Bonkers for my December TBR. Now, I do have a bucket list-a-thon TBR, which runs from November the 15th to December 15th. So I'm still working on some of those books. So when I play this, I'm hoping to get some of those books on. Otherwise, my TBR for December is going to be really long. Yeah. Okay, what other books am I trying to get on this TBR to complete the challenges that I'm doing for the year? So I am doing Oshina's Christian Romance Challenge, and the prompt that I have left is Christmas. Now, I don't know if I have any other Christmas books on my TBR that were on my November TBR. Ooh, yes, I do. I have one that's on my bucket list TBR, and that is A Christmas Dream by Shanna Hatfield. I'm not going to get that read in November, so that can fit in December, not a problem. Okay, for my own reading challenge, December is your most read genre. And that is simple. Where's the book? Where's the book? Can't see it for looking at it. So, my most read genre is romantic suspense. And Power Play by Rachel Dillon is book 3 of the Capital Intrigue series. Yes. And this is the remaining book on my 24 in 24 bingo board to read. And I already have books 1 and 2 on my bucket list TBR. So this is the one that I need to fit in somewhere on this TBR. I mean, actually, it will be the end book on the TBR because I'm not going to do a wheel spin when there's only one book left. So this is already on the TBR. Power Play by Rachel Dillon. As I said, it's book 3. I can't tell you anything about it. I don't know anything about the series yet because I haven't even started book 1. Okay, and then we have Katie's Read Around the World-a-thon, and December's prompt is has a map. This one, I have no idea. None of my books have maps except for the Hope Harbor series by Irene Hannon. And I am completely up to date in that series. So, I have no idea what book I'm going to read for that. So, yeah, I might not complete this challenge. We will see what happens there. If you have a book that you know has a map in it, maybe it's just not my edition, let me know in the comment below. Or if there is like a novella that has a map in it, let me know, because I don't need to add a long book to my TBR. Okay, and then the last challenge I'm doing is Chantel's Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, and I need to do, I'm on the Montgomery path, so I need to read a series book. Well, that is very, very simple for me, because not only is this one part of a series, but I have books 1 and 2 already on the bucket list TBR, which, yeah. And I'm a huge series reader, so a lot of my books are part of the series, so that, not a problem at all. So those are the ones, my priorities. Now, let's go to the game board and see what happens. Okay, just mix them up. Doesn't really matter because they're going to be very random anyways. So I've got my little London double-decker bus at the start, and I've got my 2 dice, so let's see what happens. We've got 5 and a 3, so that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's not a great start. We're going back 6 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A contemporary romance. Okay, so I got contemporary romance, and I am going to put in Muskoka Blue by Carolyn Miller. This is book number 6 of the original 6 hockey romance series. This is a book that is already on my bucket list TBR, so kind of doubling up here, so that works for me. I don't really know a lot about this book itself. This series, we follows one player who plays for an original 6 hockey team in the NHL. So we've followed 5 players so far. This is book number 6. So I'm pretty sure I know what team this player is going to play for and who it is based on who we've met before and haven't had their story, but I don't know for sure. This book is set in Ontario, Canada, so that's kind of cool because kind of my home province where I live. That's about all I really know about this book, but I know in the previous books of this series, each book following, you continue to get updates or their characters are in the books from the books we've met before, from the books previously. Wow, I'm having trouble speaking. So that is going to be book number 1. Let's go back to the board, see what happens with roll number 2. 10 and a 1 is an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now we're going forward 5. Well, that's better than going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, she's going to be happy.
Christine popping in here. Yes, I love this.
Okay, so I got BFF picks 2 books of any choice. Wow, Christine is going to be very happy about this. Merry Christmas, Christine. So, here are the books that she has picked.
I picked Walking on Hidden Wings by Rachel Scott McDaniel and The Warsaw Sisters by Amanda Barrett.
Okay, let's go back to the board and see what happens for the next roll. Roll number 3 is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Oh, you can't even see that. Okay. I landed on the score complete, which is a free choice. Okay, so I landed on score complete, which is a free pick for me. And for once, this was very simple for me. I have problems doing a free pick. I like some guidance. But this was easy because I just took a book that was already on my bucket list TBR and a book I need to read to get to the priority read at the end of the game. So that is Endgame by Rachel Dillon. This is book number 1 of the Capital Intrigue series, so I can tell you a little bit about this book. It says, each new clue, every crime scene, brings them closer to discovering the end game. When elite members of the military are murdered on the streets of Washington, D.C., FBI Special Agent Bailey Ryan and NCIS Special Agent Marco, I'm not even going to try his last name, must work together to bring the perpetrator to justice. Unfortunately, all evidence points to a Navy SEAL sniper who Bailey refuses to believe is guilty. So, book number 1 of the Capital Intrigue series. Okay, let's go back to the board and what's going to happen next. Roll number 4 is a 2 and a 10, so 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 2 words in title. Okay, so I got 2 words in title. And again, easy for me to choose. Vicious Cycle by Terri Blackstock. This is book number 2 of the Intervention series. Yes, this one is from my bucket list TBR as well. So far, this game is working in my favor, other than Christine's picks that I have no idea what they're going to be. So thankfully, the other picks are working in my favor. So I'm not going to tell you anything about this book because it is book 2, but we are following the family members that we met in book 1. It just, one of the characters is the main character in book one, and then one of the other family members is the main character in this one. This is a reread for me, but it was quite a few years ago, so I don't really remember it that well. So I'm excited to get this to it, and this is part of the 24 books that I wanted to reread this year that I just haven't got to yet. Okay, so back to the board for roll number 5. A 10 and a W, so it's just a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh. We're going forward one spot. 1. Oh. Random letter generator for the title. Remember I said the game was being easy to me? So I've got random letter generator for the title. This is where things could get interesting depending what letter it chooses. So I brought up my spinner wheel with A to Z. So let's see what title or what letter is going to choose. I thought I was going to luck out with the P. G. Okay, give me a minute. Again, that was a bit easier than I thought it was going to be. So, I have an advanced reader copy of Guilty Until Innocent by Robert Whitlow. This releases February the 4th, 2025. So, I could read it now because I have a copy already through NetGalley. Okay, I've really enjoyed a lot of Robert Whitlow's books, especially his newer ones. Usually it's around a lawyer and some sort of case that's going on. So this one says, when an old case is reopened, 2 lawyers work to prove a man's innocence despite the odds stacked against them. After being fired from his last 2 jobs, Ryan Clark lands an associate position with a law firm run by his distant cousin Tom in a small North Carolina town. Over 25 years earlier, Tom represented a local man, Joe Moore, when he was convicted of murder in the deaths of a prominent young couple. Even though the evidence was circumstantial, Joe was high on drugs and doesn't remember the details of the crime. He never seriously questioned his own guilt, even when he was originally accused. Not only has he adapted to life in prison, but he's become a different person there and has sent significant ministry to fellow inmates. But Joe's family remains unconvinced of his guilt, and they hire Ryan and Tom to file a motion to obtain Joe's release. The resulting investigation uncovers layers of dark secrets in the local community. It will result either in Joe's vindication or expand the number of people who should join him behind bars. Doesn't that sound good? I think it sounds good. So, okay. Let's go back to the board for roll number 6 and see what happens. Okay, will this be our last roll? 5. No, it will not be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set in the U.S. Okay, so set in the U.S. Pretty simple because a lot of my books are set in the United States. And so I've chosen Backlash by Rachel Dillon. This is book number 2 of the Capital Intrigue series, so it is set in Washington, D.C. I think that's part of the States. Well, I know it's part of the States. It's the capital of the States. And I'm just going to read the tagline at the top because, again, it's book 2 of a series. I don't know how much it carries over from book 1. And it says, with a target on her back, she's determined to find answers. But can she escape the deadly backlash? And I know it looks like 2 words here, but here it's written as 1 word. So that's why I didn't use it for the other thing. And on the back it also says backlash as 1 word. So, yes. Book number 2, which is actually book number 6 on this TBR. Or really 7 because Christine's picking 2. Huh. Okay, let's roll again, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get to the end this time. Okay, let's roll. We need a 3. I don't think I can get a 3. Like, yeah, 6. A lot of W's though. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we made it to the end, and as I said, there will be no wheel to choose what book I'm reading for the end spot because I only have one book left. And that is Power Play by Rachel Dillon. So I was able to get, let's take this one out of there. I was able to get the whole series on this TBR. Yay. Then I've got Intervention. No, I have Vicious Cycle of the Intervention series. But this is book 2. So I still need to read book 1 first. And then I have Muskoka Blue by Carolyn Miller, which is book 6 of the original 6 hockey series. And then I have Guilty Until Innocent by Robert Whitlow, which is a standalone, releasing February the 4th of 2025. And then I have 2 mystery books that Christine has chosen for me. What are they going to be? Here they are. Okay, so out of the 8 books on this TBR, 5 of them are on my, no, because this one's not. 4 of them are on my bucket list TBR, so half of them, that's pretty good. 4 of them are romantic suspense, which is my favorite genre, so that is pretty good. And maybe more if Christine's giving me some suspense. I don't know. So yeah, so that is what I'm going to be trying to read in the month of December, along with the books remaining on my bucket list TBR. Can I do it? Check in at the beginning of January to see how my December went. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video today, and I would love it if you would stick around for future videos by liking and subscribing to the channel. Have a great day. Bye.